All right, guys, this is my second video for the day. I wanted to talk about the Erik spoelstra experiment so far again and the Bam adebayo stuff right now. And I'll start with Bam, actually. Bam Adebayo's not having a great season, guys. His numbers are down. Just by eye test, because I don't have stats in front of me right now, but just by the eye test, he's not doing well offensively. And I don't know, it's because Spo changed the offensive scheme this year, because I think he does like a 5-out offensive scheme now instead of a 4-1. But this offensive scheme, I don't know what's going on with Bam, but he is just not finishing well at the rim. I know he's exhausted on defense because Spo just refuses to play Cleo Ware and Bam together. He just refuses to do that. And I don't understand that. This small ball shit is not working anymore. And I'm aggravated because I'm watching an Atlanta game. And I'm watching this game, guys. Believe it or not, I watched every game this season. And I want to go back to doing a review on every game, or at least every 5 games like that, like I did a couple of years ago before I stopped YouTube. I'm thinking about possibly doing that after the All-Star break, picking that back up. But my thing is, I'm watching these games, and I see we'll go on a couple runs, and to be honest, we'll go on a run with the small ball. We'll go on a run with small ball. We'll make a couple plays, and then we blow it because we're getting offensive. The opponent's getting offensive rebounds. They're getting putbacks. They're getting putback dunks and stuff, and it's because we have a small guy playing the 4 and Bam playing the 5, because Bam's small too at the 5. And that is the problem. We are getting bullied in the paint. We don't have any rim protection. We don't have a guy that's going to go down there and get boards, because Spo does not want to play Ware significant minutes. And that is hurting us. That is costing us games. I watched it down the stretch in the 4th, man. The game was close. I think it was around the 7-8 minute mark. No. Actually, it was around the 2-minute mark, like in the 4th quarter. The game was close. It was winnable for us. But then they started beating us up on the board. They got 2 big men, and they started beating us up on the board. And we were playing Jaime Jaquez or Hayward, him and Bam at the 4 and 5, and I'm just like, and they're beating us up on the glass. I'm watching this in real time, and they're beating us up on the glass, and they're up by 10 points with a minute to go, and I'm just like, and Spo, now he wants to call a timeout once they get up by 10, and I'm just like, number one, you should have called a timeout when they started getting a couple offensive rebounds on us. You should have called a timeout then, and you should have put Cleo Ware out there with Bam. This is getting old because you're costing us games. You're refusing to do the right thing. You're refusing to play big lineups. And I don't understand your logic. You don't make any sense at all. And he's been doing this stuff for years, and I'm sick of watching this shit. I have a theory he cost us maybe not the 2020 finals, but the 2023 finals, I have a theory he cost us that because he refuses to get out of his own way. I know Spo is the guy that was the pioneer of the small ball back in 2012, 2013 when they played Shane Battier at the 4. And, you had Braun at the 4 or Haslam at the 4. And then you push Bosch to the center position, which he's 6'11", so I don't, that's sort of small ball, but I know that's his thing and all, but it doesn't work. That does not fucking work anymore. The league is past that. The league is more sophisticated. You cannot just play small ball and expect to win every game. That is a problem, guys. That is a real problem. That is an issue that we have to fix. And we can't do that when you allow a guy like Erik spoelstra to do this. You allow him to constantly play small ball. And I don't think I was watching another Heat channel, and they were saying, I'm not going to put their names out there, but they were saying, it was like a podcast. They were saying that they think that Spo in the front office are not on the same page. I agree. I think Pat Riley the front office drafted Khalil Ware because they know we need a big man. We have been without a big man for years. I remember a couple years, I think this was the 2023 finals. And this is why I'm going to bring up the 2023 finals. We had a chance to get Andre Drummond. And I remember I wasn't even making videos anymore. But I might have made a video on this channel. I don't know. You got to look in the archives and find it. But I think I remember making a video saying, well, we need Andre Drummond. We need Andre Drummond. We did not get Andre Drummond. Someone else ended up, I think it was Philly that ended up getting him. No. It was the Bulls that ended up getting him because he's in Philly now. And I was just like, how did you and they didn't get him for that much. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you play? I wanted them to put Andre Drummond by Bam. Now, I know in hindsight that probably wasn't the greatest idea. Yeah, it would have fixed our offensive rebounding problem because Andre Drummond's a rebounding demon. But rim protection, he's not that great. But it doesn't matter. You had size down there. That was the point that we needed. And you can put Bam at the 4. I think I've been saying I wanted Andre Drummond since the 2020 season, honestly, guys. We just need some type of big man. But he refuses to get big man. After Hassan Whiteside, and even when Hassan Whiteside was here and Bam was a young guy, they drafted Bam and they would play Bam behind Hassan Whiteside. And I'm thinking to myself, play them together and see what this team defense really looks like. It's the most simple thing that Spo just won't do. And I don't know what he's seeing that we aren't seeing. Is it a certain scheme that just doesn't work that way? Because quite frankly, that is how you change the league. That is how you break the league. Do something different. You run it so your offense is not that fast of a pace. It's one of the worst paces in the league. So with that being said, why won't you just run big men? Why won't you just play 2 big men? If you have a slow-paced offense, play big men. Play 2 big men. I don't understand that. And you've been having this slow-paced offense for a couple years now. You went to the finals. So why not run a actual big man at the 5 and move Bam to the 4? That doesn't make sense. And that's becoming an issue. It's costing us games. I think it cost us the 2023 finals. Look, Jokic was on a tear. I'm not going to take away from what Denver did that year. But I think with Butler's just humongous playoff run during that year, 2023, that legendary playoff run. I mean, 2020 was a great playoff run. But his 2023 playoff run was just excellent. Absolutely excellent. And it went to waste because we got destroyed down in the paint. We got fucking obliterated. I remember at one point they were playing Butler at the 4 and Bam at the 5. And I'm just like, what? Why? Why are we doing this? Eric Gordon was destroying us, man, bullying us. They had fucking Hayward Smith on Eric Gordon, and I'm just like, what are we doing? I mean, it would be mismatch nightmare. And that ultimately cost us the finals. They had fucking, I can't think of his name, but he's not with us anymore. He's with Philly. But they had guys like that on Aaron Gordon, and he was bullying us. And I just look at Spo, and I'm just like, dude, you don't see the problem. Like, you don't see why the team is not doing well, why we're not winning key games, why we're not winning big games, why we can't beat the best teams. And then you expect Jimmy Butler to cover all of what Spo is not doing. See, that's what Butler does. He covers what Spo is not doing. He's the safety blanket for all of the problems that's what's going on with the Miami Heat. Coaching-wise, that's going on with the Miami Heat's front office. He covers all of that with his excellent play, his will to win. But he's getting tired, and he needs help. He's gotten tired, and he needs help. And back to Bam. Bam, oh my God, man. You got to step it up, man. You got to step it up. I know you're getting exerting on defense because your coach is refusing to give you help back there or on the front line, but you need to step it up offensively, man. We need you to be the player you were the last 2 years offensively. You have no choice. We need that. And another thing, I am tired of seeing Bam Adebayo in this untraditional offense have the ball in his hand. He is not Jokic. He's not Jokic. I'm sorry. He's not Jokic. He's not Nikola Jokic. I'm sorry, but he is not that. Stop trying to force him to be a ball handler. Let him play in the mid post. Let him spot up. Let him shoot that mid J at the 4 spot. Let him dribble penetrate, but don't let him be at the high post or damn near at the top of the fucking free throw line with the ball in his hand and everyone doing motion. Because most of the time people read that and that's a turnover. Or he'll get double teamed and he loses the ball. That doesn't work. I'm so sick of seeing that shit. He's never in a position to set himself up to score. That's another problem with Bam. He's never put in a position or in the play to score. It's always Duncan Robinson. And why Tyler Hero was doing great, but it's always role players like Duncan Robinson that's set up to score. And it's like, is he the number one option over Bam? Why does it feel like Bam's like the 5th option on offense? I don't understand that. There needs to be a coaching change, guys. I'm done with Spo. I'm done with him. I've been done with him for years. I didn't even like him that much during the Big Three era because I think he cost us the 2011 finals and definitely the 2014 finals. What is his name? Greg Popovich, just completely one of the greatest coach in the NBA history, of course. But he completely outclassed Erik Spoelstra in the 2014 finals as far as chess goes. He destroyed him. And Spo typically gets outcoached by the top coaches, especially when it's a big game. He routinely get outcoached by the top coaches all the time because he doesn't. It's like it's like he has a certain thing he's gonna do and he's gonna force it and he's gonna keep doing it and he won't change throughout the game, and that is just a recipe for failure. So. I don't know, guys. I think they need to move on from Erik Spoelstra. I know Pat Riley won't, and I think that's why Pat Riley ultimately needs to go because Pat Riley's also like Erik Spoelstra. These guys are too stubborn. They don't want to move around and do different things. They don't want to change up the practice regimen. Maybe you're practicing these guys a little too hard. I'm not saying they got to be soft as fuck. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm trying to convey is. I think you possibly, you may be practicing these guys a little too hard. And a lot of, like I said before in the past video, guys make too much money to really be getting worked that damn hard, guys. And at the end of the day, you are going to have to build this team through the draft. If you can't get the big whale, as Pat Riley likes to use all the time, you need to build this team through the draft legit. I'm tired. Look, undrafted players are cute. They're the cherry on the top, whatever. But you're going to have to draft players. If you're not going to be a good team, if you're going to be in the middle of the road team, you might as well draft a lottery pick that's going to set you up for the future. Because this isn't working. This formula isn't working. Jimmy Butler has wasted 5 to 3 years of his career on the Miami Heat. Really 6 years because he's been here since 2019. He's wasted too much time. And we're not doing anything to supplement him. And he is disgruntled. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all. I'm against the front office. I am sick of this Pat Riley worshiping bullshit. And Pat Riley, all that bullshit. And he hasn't done anything. But Pat Riley wants to get on Jimmy Butler and try to hold him accountable for, well, you need to shut up because, let the motherfucker talk. He has the room to talk because he's brought us to the fucking finals. He's brought us to 3 conference finals. What have you done, Pat Riley? You didn't get Jimmy Butler here. That's for damn sure. What have you done? So, all in all, guys, I just think there's going to have to be a change. I don't know if Pat Riley is, I don't know if you get rid of him, but you damn sure you're going to have to make some changes in the front office, and you definitely have to get a new coach because I think Erik Spoelstra has ran his welcome out. I think he's done. I think he's done with the money. I think it's time for him. I think it's time for him to get a new change. He's never played or never coached for a different team ever, guys. I think he needs a new scenery, change your scene. I don't know, but I think this thing with the Miami Heat and Erik spoelstra is run its course, and I think that's just done and over with. And I think we need to look elsewhere for a different scheme, a different offensive culture, a different just way we play basketball, because this isn't working anymore. And Pat Riley needs to wake up, stop being overly loyal to people like Erik spoelstra. I know how Erik spoelstra started. He was a protege and all this stuff for Pat, but they need to change this stuff. And Nick Harrison needs to stop being cheap, man. Pat Riley, this front office needs to stop being cheap. If you can get a player and it's gonna cost you, I don't know, Jaime Jaquez, trade his ass, man. I'm sorry, but just trade these guys. They're only living off potential. This is a business. You're gonna have to trade some of these guys. You can't hold on to them like they're fucking like Tyler Hero. I understand that. You don't want to trade Tyler Hero. I get that. He's a part of our core. Jimmy Butler, obviously you don't trade him. Bam, he's looking pretty shaky these days, but I get why you don't trade those main three. But anyone else, man, they're fucking house money. Trade them. I don't care anymore. If you gotta trade Triple J, do it. If you gotta trade Jovic, do it. Because those guys have not showed me that they are good enough to stay on this team long term. You guys tell me what you think. I'm out. Just leave comments, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. And, there's more videos to come in the future.